Hi everyone, it's Mary Jo. Welcome back to my channel. This is the third time I'm trying to record this. The first time the video just shut off. The second time I got through it all, and when I played it back like I always do, it went into slow-mo. When Ash jumped by the camera, I don't know if he or I hit the button. So I'm recording this now at night, which is not what I like to do, but hopefully it comes out nicely. And like I said, Mercury's retrograde is wreaking havoc on any communication, word of mouth, texting, voicemail, emails, letters, any communication situations. And it does affect internet, texting, anything electronic, your electrical things. You know, it's that trickster energy. So try and be patient until the 22nd. But this reading that I'm doing, it's got a lot of energy for this week of December 17th to the 23rd, 2017. I'm using the Gilded Tarot deck that I have. And this week, you figure the 18th, we have the new moon in Sagittarius. Then the 19th, big event, Capricorn, leaves its 2.5-year sojourn in Sagittarius and enters Capricorn for 2.5 years. I have that video up, so you can check it out to see how it's going to affect you depending on what house Saturn is in your chart. And then we have on the 21st, we have the winter solstice, and we have the sun leaving Sagittarius and entering Capricorn. All right? And on the 22nd, we have Mercury going direct. So that's quite a lot. So I guess that's why too, Mercury may be affecting the video was saying, look, there's a lot more information you need to cover here. So let's try this again. So thank you for your patience, Spirit, and let's try this again. So here we go. We're starting up with the 10 of Cups, which is a very nice card for all of us. This is the card where it's all of the sensual pleasures in your life are being fulfilled. Where we have the 9 of Cups, that is our wish card of what we want to bring. It's about ending in the wishing, you know, you coming into play with accepting it all and getting it all. With the 10, it's that one energy of beginning. So you're starting a new cycle. So what has ended for you, and now this new beginning, emotionally we're talking about, is talking about your cups being full. Now, it could be for some of us about love and partnership, relationship. It could be about work and partnership. Business, our health. If you were on a diet, it could be about schooling, you know, because now you're taking on your finals before you go on winter break. And I know it's summer coming in the Southern Hemisphere too. So there are a lot of things that you're feeling have grown. You know, they've taken root. You see how this grass is growing? It's very fertile, the ground. You have a happy home life looking here. These two women are sitting together outside. It's beautiful weather. The kitty cat for me is like spirit or guide. They're enjoying the beautiful day, the beautiful house that they've maybe been wishing for and longing for, having this homestead. Or just even happiness and bliss. I shouldn't say just happiness and bliss is not easy to come by. And when you get it, you want to hold on to it. We have the bees here. So we know that the bees are vital to our earth. Without the bees, we would probably not exist in 5 years. Our earth would be decimated. But they work in tandem, right? They're in a hive. They busily work. They're architects. They build this beautiful honeycomb. And from it, we get the honey, the nectar. So let's just say this is something that you've been a busy little bee about, and maybe you've had help in spirit or even in the physical world to get to this point. But this is a time of joy and pleasure for you right now, and you want to hang on to this for as long as you can. This is our Sagittarius in Pisces. We are in Sagittarius, so it chimes in nicely. And with Pisces, we know it's the 12th house of endings, so something ends, something begins. But it is about erasing the illusions, dissolving things, seeing things clearly instead of through the rose-colored glasses, you know. So this for a time and not forever. And since my readings do go out on a short term, about 3 months, this ties into this card, is to March 11th through 20th. So if some of you are not feeling this now, this will come to you by March 11th or 20th. If some of you are feeling this now, this energy will probably stay in effect for you, this joy, this bliss, this happiness, this sensual pleasures that I feel loved. I feel happy. I feel successful. I feel complete. You know, this energy probably will last for you for about 3 months, and then a new cycle starts. But it is about victory for any of you, if it's happening now or if it's coming for you, because this is a major arcana with a Chariot. Now, the Chariot is victory, but it's a balanced victory. You didn't hurt anyone, no one hurt you. In this deck, our Charioteer is looking up to Spirit. So I'm going to say Spirit has been guiding you with this, or you've been intuitive about this, or at least psychically tuned in to Spirit. Because in other decks, I tell you to keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road. This is talking about you've let Spirit guide you. We did have that a few weeks ago, where we were talking about let Spirit guide you right now. And so for whoever listened, this is about the victory. And you probably realized that whatever was going on that wasn't working for you, you tried an alternative way of doing it. Like, you know, always having to be in control and fixing everything and knowing every move like a chess game doesn't always work with us. Then that's like trying to take too much control of things that we need to be patient, you know, and let the universe unfold, and all the work that we've been putting into manifesting and wishing. We need to let it take the time it takes to come to us, and let the universe, God, source, Spirit, in the unseen, start working this for us. And we have to go with that flow. Last week we did have that card where the Charioteer was riding to shore, and we talked about that emotional journey. And here it is, the culmination of that journey. So this is tying in like a follow through from last week's reading. If you didn't see it, you might want to go back and watch that or review it again. So here's our victory. You've worked very hard for this. This was like a different strategy that you used here. But it's definitely a time of you feeling, you're feeling like you've achieved something here. You really feel at this point in your life that you've achieved it. Now, like I said, if some of you, this is going out to March for you, because this is Cancer also. So it's about, it could be sometime in March, but this is about feeling loved and nurtured and cared for. That's Cancer too. And you know how Cancer is? The crab, it's hard on the exterior, soft and mushy inside, and its big, big eyes kind of go back and forth, and then the crab moves to the left, and then the crab moves to the right, and then it moves back before it goes forward. So it weighs out everything. This was kind of like what was happening here. You had to wait and weigh things out. And maybe you had to maneuver around 2, 3 different ways or a few times to get to this. So like maybe you had no job for a year and a half. Or maybe you were hurt and you were recuperating. Or maybe you're working on this relationship with somebody. Or a job, a career. Whatever it is in the snapshot of your life, we're talking about the strategy worked and you're victorious here. All right, and now we have another major with, this is actually Temperance is Sagittarius in the tarot. So this was a possible opposite. So for some of you, if this is still in play, and it won't be coming into culmination until that March 11th or 20th, this here is talking about a healing for you. You're trying to work what's here in the physical world and what's in the unseen, what you really got your eye on. It's your passion, your inspiration, your ideas, your set. You know, and all this red, okay, you're looking really to ground this because she's up in the air. So you want to take it to form. You want to bring this in. You want to expand on this belief that you have, and that's very Sagittarian, higher mind. But you want to figure out, how the heck am I going to do this? You know, it seems impossible. It's like mixing fire and water. It's an alchemical process. This will be a transformation and transition. For anyone who's a drug addict, alcoholic, sex addict, gambling problems, whatever you're doing to excess, even if it's eating too much soda, you know, too many sweets, whatever it is, this card is talking about tempering that condition and behavior right now. We don't want to expand on those things. That's that Jupiterian energy that rules Sagittarius. We want to stay into balance. We got our mind out of, let's say, the mud and into the higher realm, you know, that spiritual, universal realm, so that we can see that this is possible. and that we can be victorious. We can have these things we're wishing for and start this new cycle. For those of us that you're talking about, this is already happening for you. This is a period, like I said, of healing, that you see the light. You see that the work that you put into this with manifesting and putting the effort was victorious, and that Spirit was always there to guide you and help you. And you're feeling, you're feeling like you've definitely been inspired. You've been reaching a point of illumination here with this card. And if it is, like I said, things that you don't know how it's going to happen, don't worry about the house. Let the universe take care of that. You just ask Spirit to help you. Universe, this is what I want, and I know you're going to give it to me. And put it away for now. And I know it's something to keep desiring it and wanting it, but you don't want to put too much energy into the negative ways of, how's this going to happen? Let the universe and God, Spirit, in its infinite wisdom, figure out the hows. You just put out the whats and wheres and whens and whos, and let them take care of the rest, and just know like you know, this is going to happen. And this is going to be a nice evolution for you too, for your soul's growth. Because it's on that path that you're realizing you can feel these things and want these things. Get what you want without hurting anyone. Letting it come to you with Spirit guiding you. That it's a very healing, transformational thing for you, and that you know all is possible now. You realize, you understand what you can create in your life. Because the Empress is the energy of creation in form. This is Venus energy, the physical body, but it's also about what you're birthing. You know, I could tell you in the decks, you see the High Priestess sits in secret. She's like the woman who's pregnant, but she doesn't show yet, so you don't know. She has a secret, okay? And that's why you have the curtain behind her. What's behind the pomegranate curtain? You don't know. Where the Empress is out in the open. Her belly is full and ripe and ready to burst forth, the life, birth it forth, and in abundance. In some of the decks you see her, she looks forever pregnant, and abundance around her. The earth is flourishing. So, in a metaphorical sense, or in a literal sense, if this is what you've been working on, and this is actually a pregnancy that you'll be giving birth, beautiful. Or that you have, or it will be in this time frame. If not, it is what you're birthing. So you've got a handle on it. This is the sign of Venus. You've got a handle on this, and Venus is earthly. So we know that you're going to bring it into, made manifest on the earthly plane. And the 3 is that energy you put into it. You created something. It was the choice you made to do this. You've been doing the work and listening to Spirit. And if not, this is for you too. This is what Spirit's saying can be offered to you. You have free will and free won't. So you could do what you want. But, I mean, this moon looks pretty full, but there's a shadow to it. So they keep saying this is like that Sagittarian new moon that's coming up. We want you to make sure you put your intentions down. And I will have the Sagittarius full new moon reading up soon, shortly, I hope so. And don't forget also the Capricorn video is up for people who want to see how Saturn moving into Capricorn is going to affect them, depending on where your Saturn placement is in your house. So that video is up too. But so we definitely were talking about this, that mother energy. All right, this is a mothering energy, a loving and nurturing energy, and it's kind of ties in Chariot. Chariot's Cancer, Cancer's 4th house. 4th house is mother, home, roots, stability. Here, Empress energy, abundance, blessing, nurturing, love, caring, self-esteem, self-worth, okay? Because this is this Venusian energy, beautifying yourself, beautifying your life. Beautifying tangible things, nice fabrics, clothing, pretty things. You know, for men or women, it doesn't matter if you want a new tattoo, a piercing, a belly ring, get that new motorcycle you want, or get a massage. You know, this is the body. Okay, so what are you birthing and creating to bring into this body? You know, what are you trying to change into your life to say, I got a hold on this, and I put the work into it. I had the idea, I put some effort into it. Now 3, it's manifest, and there's still some work to do. So this is a nice tie-in here. 3 major arcana fitting into the energy that we're having. Like I said, this is a Sagittarian card, and this is Sagittarius. But as I put the cards down, 2 fell out. So I was going to just put them down, but Spirit said, we need to use these. This is Capricorn, everybody. In the Tarot, the devil is Capricorn. This card is talking about any self-imposed limitations that we can perceive. The devil made me do it. It's her fault. oh my God, I knew I shouldn't have listened to you. This is what happened. This card is here to tell you that is BS. There is no devil. It is you being responsible or not for the choices you have made. No one twisted your arm to do this. Say that. Be with that person. Whatever this situation, person, place, or thing is, and there's numerous ones in our lives that we blame other people for, this card is here to say that is not the case. Once you realize you're responsible for everything that's happening in your life right now, it will help you with realizing the importance of what it is that you have to be thinking about and wishing for now. Okay, to make manifest into your life, because everything happening now is the result of what you were thinking in the past. So you can look to the past and see what decisions you made that didn't bring you the best outcome. Now you don't shoulda, woulda, coulda on yourself, because if it was right for you at the time, then that was it. It was right for you at the time. Now you've grown, or the experience has changed. You've changed, you've shifted, you've realigned, and you're saying, ugh, that wasn't the best thing for me to do, but you know what? I'm going to own that and not blame anyone else. And that is a huge step for each and every one of us going forward, to always be responsible, Capricorn, reliable, resourceful, long-term planning, having a strong foundation. This is integrity. All right, this is manifesting things, another earthly card, and it's in the outer world. This is at the top of your chart, your 10th house, where this is your 4th house of home, 10th house career, your outer world strengths, your reputation, your fame, how people perceive you. You know, this is very important to all of us. And even though it's in the 10th house and its careers, Capricorn is about reliability, being resolute. Hard work and dedication, and getting accolades and praise and rewards for that. But it lasts. It's very lasting. So we want to understand that the chains that bind us are what we put on ourselves. We can free ourselves from this thought process and old paradigms, that energy, anytime, and saying, yeah, I did it. It's my fault. I chose it, you know? And help yourself to move forward with that. Because in the tarot, when the fool meets the devil and sees the people in chains, he's horrified till he gets closer and sees they can free themselves, and others have, and they're climbing the mountain. Like the goat, that is the glyph of Capricorn, can climb any treacherous mountains that we can't, and they do it with ease. But their arduous dedication gets them the results they need. And then he asks the devil, you know, how are you doing this with this person that looked like Baphomet? He says, they choose to be in this debauchery, pain, suffering, whatever it is, until they don't want it anymore. And that experience of outgrown it, they release themselves from the shackles and then you move on. It's an experience. Think about the things you've gone through in the past that you chose and did. Now you wouldn't do it, and you said, oh man, I can't believe I did those things. It was a growth edge. And you don't have to blame anyone. You can own it was part of you and your soul's journey. Period. Amen. So free yourself from any of that that immature way of thinking that it's somebody else's fault. Everything is unfolding as it should in the universe for you. And every person involved in the storyline in your life is there for a purpose, to force you to grow and learn how to make better choices. So this is Capricorn. And look, this is Sagittarius again with the 10 of Wands. This card is Saturn in Sag, and we are leaving. Saturn is leaving Sagittarius on the 19th and entering Capricorn for about 2.5 years. It's a big thing, you know, and you can learn what that's going to be for you by looking at the video that I have about Capricorn through the houses. But this is starting new. So with the burdens you took on and the experiences you just had with work and social situation, your inspiration, spiritual endeavors, ideas, life, anything that you could carry that was a struggle the last 2.5 years that you had to learn and go through. It's Saturn in Sagittarius is ending now. It's over. See, he's looking to Capricorn. Here, you take the burden from me now. I want to get this monkey off my back. You can have it. I've done the work. I've completed. I trudged up that hill. It must have been a steep incline, but it's leveling off now. Spirit, see, the stags are always there to guide you. Spirit was there to help you through this. Again, with this energy, we have like this moon energy, where here this moon is kind of look like, well, this is supposed to be Venus anyway. So this moon kind of looks like it's dark or shadowed. Kind of reminds me of the Sagittarius new moon that's coming up. So that's what we're feeling. That's over, and it's time to plant new seeds. The one is we're starting something new. The new moon in Sag is saying it's time for you to start something new. What seeds are you planting? How are you expanding on things in your life? Be careful what you wish for. Do you want to expand on things that are in the lower vibration and shadow side? Lying, cheating, overeating, overindulging. See, that's what Jupiter is. It expands on things. But in the lower vibration, those are part of the things. Narrow-mindedness, judgmental, vindictiveness, spitefulness. So that is very low Sagittarian energy. You want to evolve to the higher Sag. Acceptance of other paradigms, other theologies, ideologies, religions, cultures, music, food, people, ethnicities. Embrace worldwide travel, universal expansion, cosmic experiences. Maybe you're astral traveling, anything that you could broaden your mind, the higher mind. That is what Sagittarius is on the mature evolved vibration. So he's ready to pass the wands as Saturn moves into Capricorn and let it go. Saturn was in Sagittarius. I'm telling you, Spirit is on it, always. They're always right. That's how you can tell if it's you or Spirit that's talking to you, because they're never wrong. They're never wrong. Well, thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful reading. Wow. Cosmically, astrologically, this is a super duper reading with these 4 majors. And thank you, Spirit. And thank you, everyone who's been watching and subscribing. And if you haven't, please hit subscribe and like. This way you'll get noticed when my videos are up so you don't miss anything. And as always, I wish you the best.